Everybody, so
Hi.
welcome to the Stupid Podcast, episode 14.
Exactly. I had a question about CrossFit.
Right,
So-
so can you talk normally? And you lost the thing and okay, cool. Awesome. Like the producer of the show is doing an awesome job today. So there you go.
I'm sick as a job today.
There you go.
Okay, so I had a question about CrossFit.
Sick as a job, is that like a Dutch expression?
Sick at the job.
Oh, at the job, okay, yeah.
Sick, fever, everything, still here.
Okay.
Anyway,
There you go.
focus. So my question is, when you start, there's like a lot of things you can do, like that you need to learn and stuff like that. Where do you start with training? Do you start with the stuff you're already sort of good at and you're just going to do shit ton of that? Or do you start with what you're really bad at and do you start learning a lot of that? Or do you
Right.
the middle part? Because there's so much and so many different ways to train. There's like super long workouts, short workouts, heavy, less heavy, gymnastics.
All right, so let me go
Lifting.
at what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
Right. So, first of all, let's establish whether the person wants to compete or not. It's not the same. There's CrossFit as a sport and CrossFit as a training system. If you're doing CrossFit as a training system in the sense of you just want to be fit, things like this, then I would go with the idea of Greg Glassman, do not specialize. Do not specialize means you're training in the center, which means if you're strong, you're doing more cardio. If you're cardio bunny, you're doing more strength. You're working on your weaknesses. So you looking at what you suck at and you're trying to bring that up. There's a good and bad side to that. The good side is when you suck at something and you work on it, usually you make progress fairly fast, right? Or at least on the skill part. You're going to learn a new skill, which is fun because you make progress, you know where you're going with it. It's the 80-20 rule. You get 20% of the result for, you get 80% of the results for 20% of the work. So that's a cool part. The bad part about it is it's not what you're good at, so you're going to get your ass kicked every time. And that's not the best thing for your ego, let's be honest, right? So once in a while, you have to sprinkle the stuff you're good at just so you don't feel like a loser every time you train. If you want to compete, it's a little bit of a different idea. If you want to compete, that means that you cannot suck at anything, but you need to be really good at something.
But can you start CrossFit being a rookie and have the intention of wanting to compete right away?
Oh yeah, some
do you
people
need-
within, yeah, what do you think?
That I'm completely sane?
Right.
Just trying
That
out?
You will never compete in CrossFit, right?
I will not answer that question.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So my point exactly. Like any sport, you start something within 3 months, you were like, oh, I'm good at this. Then you should compete because you're probably good at it and then you have a future in it and who doesn't want that, right? So then in that case, there's obviously going to be an evolution, right? So if you want, let's say you want to be good at CrossFit, the sport. So first things first, you need to learn the skills of CrossFit. You need to learn double unders. You need to learn the gymnastics. It's not, they say gymnastics, but it's not true gymnastics. Let's be honest. You need to learn like the bar and all the muscle ups, which means the pull-up structure of CrossFit, which means keeping to butterfly, to bar muscle up, to ring muscle ups, right? You need to handstand and walk. You need to have a strength for the upper body, especially for women, because it's upper body strength is very important, handstand push-ups, all that stuff. So there's a strength in gymnastics that you're going to have to develop, right? After that, there's the skill of Olympic weightlifting, snatching, clean and jerk, stuff like that, which will be very, very important in CrossFit. So the skill of gymnastics and Olympic weightlifting is something that takes a while to develop. So you want to start that early on. After that, you don't want to suck at anything. So if you can do a 30-minute workout, that's what you work on, right? But at the same time, you need to be really good at one thing. That's what's going to get you the points, is the one workout that you can win will make you go to the games, right? When it's your workout, you have to win it. You can't be finishing 10th. If it's your workout, the stuff you're naturally good at, you have to win that one. So you're going to have to work on your strength to make them excellent, like top of the batch, and then you just cannot lose a competition on an event. So try to win the competition on one event, but don't lose it on one event. That's really the key. So what you don't want to do within all that is, and I've seen that will crash you faster than anything else, is those heavy metcons. Like,
What's that?
you know, like you're doing a Metcon, so like a workout, a 20-minute workout, and the weights are heavy. You're doing it with a deadlift that is very heavy, that, you know, it's your max 10 reps, and you're doing rounds of 7 or 8 reps. It's very, very heavy, so heavy cleans, where you have to do a Metcon with 70 kilo power cleans for you, like almost a max. I mean, or with 60 kilos, but it's, you know, 21:59. So all those Metcons that are very, very heavy in weights, that requires you to push, but your form collapses and stuff like that, those will fry your nervous system because you cannot have a prediction observation that matches. When it's heavy, you're going to get very tired and your form is going to collapse. There's no way around that. But you're trying to learn the technique a proper way that you cannot maintain at that intensity, at that weight, in that workout. But at the same time, the movement doesn't feel right. And yet you're pushing it toward intensity you can't have because it's too heavy. And so you're trying to push intensity, but you don't feeling it. That crashes you so fast. That's why your nervous system is fried. You're not tired, you're fatigued because you're in freeze mode, because you try to get to intensity you couldn't get. Whereas when it's a longer workout with lighter weights, you feel your lungs burning. That's a very specific pain that you go more toward the cardiovascular capacity that you can raise. So you want to work cardiovascular capacity, you want to work strength. Don't do heavy Metcons. They'll just crash you way too much.
Don't do them together.
No. No, not even later on. Like, you have to understand that most of those girls, it sounds very heavy, but they're so strong, it's not.
Yeah.
It's percentages that you should think of. Like, for example, Grace, so 30 clean and jerks, right? At first was created with 60 kilo for men. But you have to understand that back then, Grace, all the guys, they were push pressing 100 kilos, maybe. Most of the time, push jerking 100 kilos, where Grace is a push press, right? So if you look at Grace, it was strength endurance, about 60% of your 1 RM.
Yeah.
That's what Grace was more or less, like the 60 kilos, that's what represented. If you push press, like most guys right now, 120, 140 kilos, you can push the weight of Grace up. But if you get into CrossFit and your max push press is 80 kilos, then doing Grace with 60 makes no sense. Because then you're not working strength endurance, you're working something else, not the way the design was intended. Then it's not 30 reps, it's 20 or even 15, because you're not within the same percentages.
Yeah.
So that's why I would look at CrossFit is based on percentages, understanding the point of the workout and staying away from heavy Metcon, which is more how much weight can I get away with for that workout. That's the mentality. That's incorrect. What you have to look at is what is the workout for? What is the point of the workout? What is it that I'm working on? Cardiovascular, strength, bit of both. Like, once you understand the point of the workout, then you can adjust the percentages so that you actually work that, because then you know the type of effort you're going to generate, the type of pain you're going to go through, the type of effort you're going to have to go through. And that's what you're going to work on. And once you go like that, you won't have to crash because you know exactly the realm you're getting into.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Right. So there's a different approach whether you compete or you just training. If you're doing CrossFit as a training system, which I believe is the correct way to do CrossFit, by the way, I would just aim to work on my weaknesses. Can I do gymnastics? Can I do strength? Can I do cardio? Can I do stuff like that? And that's what you want to do. And after that, to have, I'm a big believer on vertical integration. You do all of it, but not on the same percentages. The same percentages are going to change depending on what is it you're shooting for.
Yeah. So hypothetically, someone who might just started and might ever want to compete, you think also starting CrossFit as a training system, or really?
No. No, because like someone like you, it's different. You're already fit, you're already strong, you've been training at a high level for forever. You don't belong, you're not the demographic for CrossFit as a training system. You're demographic for CrossFit as a sport. It fits you too well, you're too competitive, you're not the demographic. So what I would focus on really hard is making sure you spend enough time on the skill.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to get to a competition, there's one skill that you don't have, and you will lose on that.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. Like, you don't want to lose the competition on one workout.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And then what are you going to win on? That's easy. There's going to be a running workout somewhere fairly short, and you'll murder people on that. But that one you need to win.
Yeah.
So that's why you can't get away from running either. You need to run those 200 fast always, because that's where you win. So if you don't train that though, you'll always be good, but you'll be closer to the average.
Too mediocre
Yeah,
to get
you'll
away.
be too close to the average person to actually win,
Yeah.
make a difference.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, instead of that first place that you should take, you take a fifth or sixth, and that's not good enough. Not if it's naturally something you're good
Yeah.
at. Like, it's like me taking fifth on a strongman workout.
Yeah.
No, that's where you win. That's where you win.
Yeah.
And then don't lose on Murph,
Yeah.
for me, for example. That'll be the key, right? So it's a different approach.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Right.
It does.
So for you, because you started, is skill. Gymnastics, 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 gymnastics. Olympic weightlifting, you'll catch on fast.
Yeah.
Gymnastics, all the way, all the way, all the way. Upper body strength and gymnastics.
Yeah. But that's what I'm doing a lot.
Yeah,
I suck
exactly.
at now. But
Right.
it's
but
yeah.
that's
But
that
I
humble pie
also-
you have to eat.
Yeah, but that's also like for me. Then I just feel like a loser. So then I just balance it out with the running. That helps a lot because
That is the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem, is when you work on weaknesses all the time, eventually you'll just
You know what I do
you
when
feel
I-
like quitting because you just suck all the time.
when I do a lot of gymnastics, I ask someone at the gym like, "Hey, how are you? Do you want to do a workout with me?" And I plan a running workout, but I don't tell them I'm a runner. So mean.
So you whoop them on the running and you feel better about yourself.
So horrible.
It's so horrible.
I know.
Oh my god.
You should cut that out. That's
No, I'm
horrible.
totally living in it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
CrossFitters are horrible.
Yeah, I do that sometimes, but it's just because then I really
Oh my god. So I'm gonna say anyway.
that yeah. But anyway, yeah, I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
Right. So if you have any more questions, please post in the comments, or we'll make another round of questions on Instagram. Sounds good?
Oh yeah, I need to. I will post a sticker and please answer it on Instagram.
Bye everybody.
Bye.